What if Germany won World War I? Kaiserreich, a HOI4 mod, answers this question. And of course, what everyone is most interested about, what would happen to China? Yeah, we're playing China today. And to be specific, the Qing Empire, at least what is left of it. It's currently not in good shape. So without any further ado, no Iron Man, no historical, Wolf not supported, but let's go. As it's tradition, a lot of lore, skip. Research-wise, we're very limited, so I will go down engineering and I will go down machine tools. Industry-wise, I will go a bit into civs, and over here, I will distribute it equally over everything. I gotta say, this is a 100% blind playthrough, so I have no idea what I'm doing, but I think playing China for the first time might be way more interesting and funny as a blind playthrough, if I don't fail. If I fail, you will never see this recording, and I have to record it again. So, yeah. First focus is finished. I would say let's go for some political power. We get some political power, that is nice, but I also know we're about to not have a good time. Not because I played China before, but because I've played other nations and I saw what happens to China. Even though everyone is quote-unquote under us right now, there won't be for much longer. Yeah, not looking good. We immediately lose stability and war support. The first few focuses are nothing special, just small modifiers for a limited amount of time and not really worth getting into. Yep, it's not looking good. Get so many bad events. It is actually crazy. Okay, gotta be honest, I have no idea what this event is. I want to play this a bit chaotic this time. So, refuse no fun for rebels. Okay, I want to go down a chaotic path. I'm just gonna click random stuff and stumble wherever I want to go. Because I do see that we can read these things up and can kind of guess what brings us there. I think it would be much funnier to just stumble into a path and then try to survive that. Anyways, last focus we can do in a while. Emergency meeting of the Sahili. I don't know if you say this. I can't speak Chinese. So we did the emergency meeting with the cabinet, giving us political power, losing us war support, and gaining for 180 days chaos in command. Good, we have a meeting and now we know less. Great. Get Black Monday, even better. And someone seizes full control over this here. Okay. Yeah, everyone broke off. Like China just explode. Oh no. We can do no paths yet, so I'm interested on how this will go through. We gain drama in the assembly, outraged parties, and we gain the moment of truth. We can send troops to the leagues of the 8 provinces. We might need to do this. We can send 3 volunteers over here. Maybe we should. Focus tree-wise, we can go down this here. Overtures to the assembly. We improve the legacy of the monarchy, and we get decisions to do stuff. I'm not sure what it does yet. Let's just do it. We get new decisions. Oh my god, we get so much stuff. Oh no. How about we encourage domestic production, and we have to help in the war over here. So I'm gonna try my best to do that. Not sure how I can though. So as my strategy for over here, those two are at war with each other too. So I will just try to save my province by keeping this area here safe. Okay, we might have a chance if we push over here. For the next focus, I will be negotiating for better terms with the Germans, modifying our overwhelming national debt. Great. We get debt repayments, and we get a nice trade for... I actually don't know who. I just saw who the emperor is. I forgot. Okay, first clique destroyed. I feel like the next logical conclusion is a push north and then consolidate the south. Even though they have a lot of support. They have a lot of support. Gonna send them some equipment to maybe survive longer, because I'm afraid they just get overrun in the south. But if we do some bold moves right now, we might actually get this. Because I think saving the 8 provinces over here, or as they're called now, the Nanjing clique, could be super useful. Just for the sole reason that it feels like we are meant to lose this. Because they get attacked by everyone. So we have negotiated better terms with the Germans. Immediately next, simplify international investment laws, giving us a research slot. I don't know why. I'll take it. We lose some stability. We gain some new traits. Bro, these focus trees, a lot. There's a lot happening per focus. We gain a flurry of investments, losing us political power, but giving us a lot of other stuff. And we get a company, giving some industry to the Germans. I guess we have to take the L here. What modifiers do we actually have? I started this so quickly, I didn't look at it yet. An King Commission, that is nice. That is okay. Horrible. Oh, I think I know this. I played Kaiserreich like ages ago. Yeah, we need like army experience to get rid of this. This is horrible. I also spotted this over here. Negotiations with the assembly. Maybe we should do these decisions. Why is it always bribery? Okay, we click these things, we get negative effects, but I think we need this. So I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, I'm just falling through this focus tree. If you're confused by this playthrough, trust me, I'm just as confused playing it. But I feel like winning is good, and we did a nice encirclement there. As long as this doesn't collapse in the next few seconds, we should have this. It's really not looking good. Do and click offers an alliance. I imagine we can integrate them diplomatically later, so we'll accept this. They become... Oh, and they become a puppet. That is good. Over here, we nearly won. Yeah, I think 2 more provinces and we should have this. No, they're gone. Good. Now we have to go south and save them from the... Oh my god, the communist spring tanks. That's why they're pushing so hard. But now we don't have split solid front line, so we have a chance. We're also done with simplifying the investment laws. Let me just look what focuses we can do. Military investments with the Germans. So we're basically the path to work with the Germans, which could be super interesting to save China. This over here is our industry tree we're currently doing, and our quote-unquote military tree seems also to be our unification tree. So you know what? I'm gonna go down that. Also improves our horrible negative modifier for our army. Okay, we encircle a tank. If you could kill it, yeah, we destroyed it. That is so good. But there's another tank over here, but only having to fight one tank now instead of two is good news. And we're pushing again, which is also great. Okay, no democratic uprising in China. I think I will not even read out that event. Let's do the unpopular thing, but we need to do it. My goal for this is to actually fix China, and if we have to work together with the Germans to make that easier, I will. But what I will also not do is sell out China to Germany. My view is that if we go down a completely other route, where we depend on other people, it doesn't fix our problems. And even more importantly, the Japanese are coming, so we better prepare for that. Anyways, this is done. We can focus on defense, or we can go down a base route. We go full into machinery. I think I will not do this yet, because this activates a plan we have to fulfill. I would like to get more industry before that, so I will do industry first. And we can integrate our ally over here. Oh, that is cool. So yeah, we need political power. We just have none. So, next encirclement is here, and once again, a big one. A lot of volunteers. And I think that's a way to win, that you just need to get rid of the strong volunteer units, that only the weak Chinese units are left. And with the tanks out of the way, and only some British units down here left, we should just overrun them. So I've negotiated with the assembly. I don't know what that does, but I thought we need to do it. Oh, we lose a horrible negative modifier. I didn't even notice we had this. We have so many negative modifiers. But yeah, getting rid of that political power-wise is amazing. I'll take it. The first intervention down here also goes super great. I actually thought it would fail horribly here, because the situation looked really dire, but the quick moves with it, plus some luck, really turned this around. Good to buy tanks. And I think we get a new nation under our control. Yeah, look at that. More people are joining our side. We are the real China. Join us. Another beautiful encirclement of the British units. And I can actually say now, they're running out of units. I think they don't have units anymore, because outside of that pocket, they just get overrun. Yep, that civil war is done. I hope we get them under our control. They're victorious. We lose our modifier to help them. We gain a lot of political power, and they like us a lot. Supported during the league collapse, plus 150 relationship. That's a lot. I hope we can get them back under fold very soon. So some of the political power we have, I will use to repay some of the debt, for the sole reason they stop gaining market liberal support, because currently we do, and it's basically the German influence in our nation. We kind of have to get rid of that. Can't really afford any advisors, but what I could do is send a relief package to Shaanxi, which we are trying to get more influence in. Seems pretty cheap, so I will do that. Plus with the last 66, I will spend 50 to integrate one of the Chinese nations. I want to see what it does and how big of a difference it makes, just to become more integrated in status. So someone searches for old guard of the Guangxi clique, seeks asylum, which is the people down here, and I'm gonna let them in. Be that we get some legitimacy down here if you retake it. Even if it's just for the LARP, I'll take it. As for over here, let's finally reform the military. And yes, I will go down the different approach. No idea what that means, but sure. We also turned them into an autonomous governorate from an associated, but we don't get industry yet. We'll see. Maybe next time. Okay, Shaanxi joined us. We agreed to both have control over this. I don't know what that means, but they give me some industry. Maybe that's it. Anyways, let's go down the military reforms even more. We have a timer now for doing them. Here, phase 1 of investing into modern military arms. We need more than 2 civilian factories, and we get this. For the second phase, we need 1,000 men, 200 guns, and 30 command power. The 30 command power might actually be a problem. And we have 720 days to do this, otherwise we are screwed. Okay, let's save some guns in the background then. I will also be helping the Mark League now, because I'm pretty sure Mongolia can backstab you. And yeah, they're not losing anymore. They lost before. I sent them a few guns. I hope I don't regret that. I hope they can join my side. I'm not sure though. I'm actually really not sure. But that aside, let's restore order in the Middle Kingdom, giving us political power and war support. Often alliance with the League on the Southwest. Might be what we're currently doing. Demand submission, and we can core stuff. That is good. Plus, we get an improved military modifier. Let's do that. But yeah, the Mark League is destroying. Good. I hope I don't regret this. I really do. I sent them like 2,000 guns. So we did bypass this focus over here, because they never got a chance to actually win in the province over here that we helped to destroy. Let's go against this colleague over here to not have some backstabbing, plus repay some debt. I'm also integrating in the background more of these over here. And oh yeah, we can demand submission now. Okay, that is them. Submit. Maybe I should actually organize my military before I do anything. I only sent volunteers so far, so I haven't actually done that much of my military. And and they submitted, I think. I'm actually not sure what they did. This might be my most chaotic playthrough in a while. I guess let's attack this clique over here. Oh wait, they said no. Okay, then let's do actually attack them first. Integrating the other puppets. But yeah, I think striking them early might be a good move. Basically doing everything before Japan comes over and screws us over. In the background, I'm just industrializing, which is kind of bad because we do give more and more power to the Germans, which are the market liberals in our government. But maybe we can kick them out later and use the power right now to unite China faster. And let's also do the next reform, plus repay more debt, already down quite a bit. Can also do a military reform. Let's start that, because we still have this modifier over here. Not good. Okay, the push through the mountain worked, even though it was really rough on our army. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of losses for that push. But the results speak for themselves. We are now fighting in flatland and we are pushing forward. And yeah, my main strategy is to just do very bold pushes. Reform my army in the background. Do want to highlight that. But yeah, mostly I'm trying my best to use the momentum again by having open pits in the front line. And you see that they're starting to really struggle with the last stands here. And even though this is a horrible grind, but the amount of army experience I gain from this is beautiful. And we even get the army reforms done in time. That is also super nice. It'll give us a good modifier and we can very soon do the army reform again. And now the Germans want to help me. Never say no if your quote-unquote overlord wants to waste some of their capacity to help you. Especially if they get nothing out of it, because it will just destroy the influence. Yeah, I forgot I have navy, which I can use for naval bombardments. So let's push. In the background, I also got a request from the leagues over here to join the alliance. And alliance over here means that they will become my puppet. Yeah, I cannot integrate them right now because of war. But as soon as this conflict ends, I can integrate them a bit more. And yeah, more and more encirclements. What are the losses? 126k versus 70k. Let's do the last phase of our military plan. We can also finally get rid of our debt. Beautiful. Let's do that. And we took over the capital. Surprisingly enough, they're still fighting. This is crazy. They are super stubborn. Yeah, goodbye, finally. I take everything because I can core it. And with that better prepared army, we're gonna go to the next conquest. Okay, they might actually be screwed because they have not guarded all of the front lines. Yeah, they might be screwed. This is not a long war. Yep, over. Very beautiful. And we gain a lot of land. I think that's all the attacks I can do for now. And yeah, I gotta say, a bit lucky, but so far we are doing pretty well in uniting China. The only problem we have is that I'm pretty sure they will not say yes right now because they are stronger than us. And they claim all the territory we have too. They'll be trying to work together with us. So I will build a bigger army and then I will integrate them. But until then, I will just integrate what I already started integrating and grow that way. Because I'm pretty sure I also inherit the army, which should make me look stronger than them, which once again should mean I have an easier time integrating them. And I will also have a bigger economy than them, which I already do, but you know, it is percentage-wise, so not great yet. This is also not good news. They are preparing to fight me. They actually have a similar industry to me. I should be scared. Wait, what? They immediately take war started. I didn't know. I'm like, oh yeah, we united China pretty well. And they're like, oh, by the way, you're at war now. Goodbye. On paper, you're my ally, right? No, I can't ask for units. Your units, I can request your forces. Beautiful. You can request your forces. I can request your forces. Beautiful. I will need a few non-good forces just to play overprotective coast guard because I don't want to have any Japanese surprises. No, you can also just guard the entire coast. Aside from that, spit out even more units. New general over here. I've not built up an air force yet. I gotta say this. I have some anti-air, but I don't think it's enough to change anything. It kind of against CR. I will implement if we need something against CR. The only thing we might have right now is speed. And we have the Germans apparently too. That is nice. For the industry stuff, let's do university exchange programs. Or actually Programme, because we do work with Germany. Giving us a research slot, giving us a very nice modifier by increasing our legitimacy to accept it. Very good. We can also create the Chinese United Front. Might be useful. I hope more people join in what is in right now. Oh yeah, they would love to join. Okay, please join. I'm not gonna call them into the war, but there might be a good distraction for everything. For now, I just want to grind down their industry and defend. And yes, so far I've done 0 army doctrines because I want to finish my army reforms. I need to finish that. And yeah, let's do more army reforms. 200 days, but yeah, as long as I hold strong, we should be fine. Do have some air force here, but we are shooting it down partially. It is not too big, and most importantly, the front line is also not too big. If we just hold strong, we should just be able to grind them down. And yeah, I think it's time to choose a reform. Let's do it. I want to do tanks later. Sounds stupid, but I feel like once we are united, this should generally be doable. On the other hand, oh, I need some troops here. I didn't think they would naval invade anytime soon here. They do. Okay, the Japanese did a very bold naval invasion over here. They nearly got through, but I called in the other clique over here, meaning their front line has increased by quite a bit, and I got to use the momentum to encircle this. This might actually be a good moment to do a counter push, because they just lost a lot there. Yeah, up to 100k losses there, like 30k before. We're also still on civilian economy, so I will grow that, and then I will go into other people. I just had never any political power. It is still bad. It is still super bad. Oh, you know what? I might actually not want to push. I take it back. And there we go. Military reforms are better. Look at that. Actually super nice. And after that, they are over. And we only have positive modifiers. I mean, the supply thing is nice, but to be fair, we have no real supply problems. It might look like it, but that's mostly because they are so bad that I stack a lot of them, because they can't defend. But it's looking better and better. Nice focus over here. Chinese soldiers, German weapons. We gain some more funds. Our leaders get better. Really cool, though. We can purchase German guns. That might be super useful, because we are catching up, but the moment I build more units, we're immediately behind. I just noticed what my infantry might be bad. I never did any gun research. You need to understand, I really did planes in the background, so I wanted to catch up. I forgot about guns. Welcome to China. We have superior planes. Don't ask for guns. Good thing we can buy German guns, at least in a second. Stopping some Japanese naval invasions everywhere. You'd be a bit pesky, but to be fair, on the other side, there are also kind of free kills. So very nice encirclements. Meant up landing everywhere, though. It is super aggressive. But on the other hand, it might mean they might be out of steam soon. So I'm buying some German equipment, giving them a lot of influence in my nation. But I do think it's enough to push the Japanese back, and I can just get my influence back in a bit. On the other hand, I'm always allowing some of these naval invasions to just land for the sole reason that it's easy kills. And I'm also coring a lot of land in the background. This is going surprisingly well. Super good modifier. We gain research advances for 10% research speed for 2 years, cheaper land doctrines, and we lose some political power, but we gain a lot of good things. Plus we gain Chinese high command. I'm gonna do that. That sounds super good. This is basically all about allowing short-term German influence for a lot of good buffs. They have 20% influence now, which is, you know, quite crippling, but we can just kick them out via this over here. 70 days of consumer goods factory factor. That's fine. That's all I'm doing. The other decision does kind of hurt our own support, so I'm not doing that. So you have the German planes. We have air supremacy. Super nice. Let's use that. Goodbye. We also finally researched the better plane engine, meaning I can make super good fighters and super good CAS. I looked away for a second, and we pushed quite deep into their territory, and we are in the capital city. Yeah, that's their industry gone. I think if outsupplied, this over here should be cooked, and maybe we can turn it into a pocket. I'm just gonna say, maybe division speed did pay out, because if that wasn't Blitzkrieg, I don't know what is. I didn't plan this. I just wanted to push through here, but apparently the auto attack just continuously pushed through, and I just used the momentum. I was like microing naval landings. That is a big payout. Really good. It is funny. They're about to capitulate, and that means all of those Japanese units are encircled. That would be beautiful. Please capitulate. Oh, they did. Oh no, they get teleported out. They cheated. No. That is so sad. Anyways, I'm done with my focus tree for now. I need to unite China. Let's continue to push down here then. And let's guard more coast before they get any ideas. The question now is, how many times can I encircle the Japanese army? The answer might be yes. The Japanese already have the timer for being kicked out of the war. Beautiful. And we're still on early mobilization. I don't even have enough war support to go further down anymore. The question is, do we want to get anyone here? Because I don't think that is useful anymore. I mean, cheaper political advisors just literally pays for himself. Oh my god, the Japanese are trying so hard to naval invade and get back, but I just have enough units to kick them out again. But yeah, those units are now missing in Korea, and they feel it. Okay, I got the event at the Reichspark, and the Entente will cooperate. And the Reichspark is not looking good. They're really dying. Let's see if there's something to cooperate with, but it seems like a very strong Russia. And yeah, that's what you need, Japan. War against Germany. Yes, this is what you're missing to win. 100%. Another war. You know what they say, just one more war, right? And yeah, now we literally just wait for this to time out, and that's the war done. War participation from my side, 77%, 240k losses versus 1 million. Yep, very beautiful. Bit better than the war in our timeline, I would say. And I also want to emphasize, they surprise attacked me. I thought I had 1 more year to prepare. I was just lucky at the army around the corner. Okay, Romania capitulated. They might have a chance if they solidify their Balkan, but also Greece joining them. They're super unlucky. Central Power powers are really, really unlucky in this timeline. At least you have a decently strong Ottomans. Japan asks for peace. We can go now. We'll not do that. Even if we take Japan again, I want to take the land for now. So let's peace out. We get a lot of land and we get a truce. You know me. I'm greedy. I shall be taking all of this plus the navy. Very beautiful. I shall be clicking the reunification of China, renaming us from the Qing government to the Qing Empire, getting the event, being off the Bao'd king, and getting northern dominance plus a lot of political power for a while, and decisions to implement land reforms. Okay, victory. Farewell, the Chinese Bismarck. Okay, we lose someone in our government. I'm not sure. I don't know who this is, but I guess goodbye. Oh, that was the leader of the other clique. I get it now. Okay, and we can do now the focus. Fractured and broken, united yet again. Stability, a research slot, and a very nice modifier. I'll take that. I could actually go to partial now the war is over, but honestly, I want to use my political power for something else. We can implement land reforms to gain better states, but that's also not a priority right now. I would rather just continue decentralization of our nation. We got the achievement to unite China as the Silically, or whatever they're called. Anyway, we enter truce with the other nations. Let's continue our integration. Russia support. No, stay away. Fate of Korea would keep them, but we can't integrate them. So let's liberate them as a puppet. Welcome, Korea. And even the 8 provinces would just join. We're too strong, so there's a 0% chance that we'll say no. Still get very little political power though. I did lie before. There's one more focus I could have done, but I didn't need to flood the northern nation because they never pushed that deep into me. Yeah, I am just this good. I know, amazing. Okay, I just gave away all the units I borrowed from my puppets, and funnily enough, they counted as my units in this decision because I actually have a refusal chance now. It's 3%, so it's not big. I'm still gonna click this. And it's funny that they can just ask for their own troops. And yeah, now they're afraid of me because of their units. Great. Let's integrate them though. Yunnan should be fully integrated now. There we go. And it's immediately coursed. That is beautiful. This focus also finished. I would say let's renegotiate our unequal treaties because we're still stuck with this, giving 30% of our factories to the legation cities. You don't have that big of an industry. I have this big of an industry. Give it back. We're also very much down the tank research now, so we'll go into that. And I might actually help the central powers. I'm not sure what to do yet, but like a small elite force might be cool. I mean, I also need to unify the rest of China, to be fair. Still all of this. So let's negotiate with the legation cities. And if they don't say yes, I actually get a war goal. Oh yeah, we just annexed them. Beautiful. Well, improve relations with Portugal and Germany, East Asia. I hope I can get my cities. I have so much industry now, by the way. Oh my god, I gave so much away, I just noticed. Oh, this is beautiful. Our future relationship with Germany can either request from them to join the Reichspakt or rebuild China instead. I think I will join the Reichspakt. Doesn't mean I need to join the war, but I mean, we're kind of done with the China thing, so I don't want to end it in 1940. We won so quick, it is 1940, but I'm building up tank technologies now, and I want to use those tanks, and Germany does look like they could use our help, so maybe another Russian front line might be useful to them. This league over here caved in. I'm gonna demand the annexation of Mongolia next. They're under Russian protection, but also not really. They demand autonomy. Sure, yeah, we can still integrate them. Okay, First Republic defiant is an easy answer for that, and Tibet just wants autonomy. Sure. So, on paper, China is unified. Now let's actually do it, and yeah, for that I need to win this war here, but I do think that's the last China war. Of course, it's in horrible terrain, because why shouldn't it be? Well, I think with my ability to build an airport over here, I can just use my air force. Beautiful. And we have a tank. And yes, we are working with German companies, so it actually looks German, which is really cool. So yeah, we are nearly done over here. The problem is, yeah, Germany is not looking too crispy. Same as Austria. I don't know how they lost this quick. That is immediately overrun. I have no other words for this. And the Kaiser just died. Understandable. And yeah, that war is at least for me done. Yeah, Austria is gone. And Germany is gone in a second too. I'm not sure if there will be a third world war for Russia, but we'll see. Oh yeah, that is bad. The Reichspakt collapses, meaning it's only Germany for itself, but that is our German influence gone. There's one way to do that. It's just to have no more Germany. Oh, that is kind of funny. It's horrible, but funny. The further integration of Chinese provinces, meaning we're only really missing a few. Russia is asking for security guarantees, especially neutrality of Mongolia, and I will not say yes to this. We saw what the Russians did to our friends in Germany, which will not be remembered as exploiters, which they totally did, but will be romanticized as our saviors, destroyed by the Russians to rally nationalism against Russia. Gotta be strategic about this, I can tell you people. Make enemies, not friends. That's how you keep a nation together. So World War ended. It looks horrible. You have the Russian and the Third International Sphere. It's funny how they build nations now in a way. That is an interesting approach to East and West Germany with a monarchist and a communist Germany. And what is up with that Austria? Oh my god. And yeah, I would say that's everything integrated. Our industry with a mostly integrated China is super big, even compared to Russia, which just won a world war and apparently keeps Vienna and South Tyrol. No, actually it's Trentino, so okay. But yeah, horrible borders. I gotta say, I would have loved to help the Central Powers, but it collapsed so fast. It's 1942 and they're just completely gone. So that is sad. Meaning, I will end the video here. Short video today. I'm sorry. I still hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it satisfied your Kaiserreich China itch well enough. Please stop spamming it now. For my unit, I literally just used this. It is absolutely awful, but together with an air force, it just defeated the Japanese. And I was preparing a tank army, I actually was. So yeah, I'm kind of sad I never got to use that. My supporters, as always, I love you. Everyone who just watches, also fine. Every support helps. And you can always support me if you don't want to have a YouTube membership or a Patreon. You can always use my code in the Paradox store to buy a video game you wanted to buy anyways. A link below. Works for every game there, by the way. Not just HOI4 or anything else. As always, wish you all the best. Until next time, bye.